Hey guys, it's Nick again. I am coming at you with another shoe comparison. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nike Vaporfly 4% Flyknit and comparing it to the Nike Vaporfly Next %, which are two of the fastest shoes that Nike makes right now, and considering you can't really get your hands on a pair of the Alpha Flies, I thought I would do a comparison and review the two shoes that are next in line. So this is just a little bit different than my shoe review that I just did, where it was in front of a green screen. I'm going to keep my comparisons more conversational like this. But if you guys think I should do it in front of a green screen, I can switch it up. I'll be reviewing these shoes both separately, individually, because I feel like they're such great shoes and they deserve their own videos. But these comparisons I kind of want to just do in this style. So if you're a fan of that, or if you'd rather have me switch it up, let me know. Adam, I appreciate the comment. I have a microphone. I'm actually working on getting it set up with a desk, so for now I'm just going to try and talk louder. But if you guys are interested in seeing which of these is the king of speed and which one I really prefer, let's follow along, and I'll start by breaking this one down. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the first shoe, which is the Nike Vaporfly 4% Flyknit, which is the original one. The reason it's called 4% is because it's supposed to make you 4% faster, and honestly I believe that. It's got a carbon plate in here which justifies the $250 price tag. Honestly though, I would say it's worth it. If you want a shoe that is going to make you faster, or if you have a race or something and you're looking to set a new PR, this shoe is that shoe. Just kind of going over a little bit of the tech specs. It weighs 7.65 ounces for a men's size 10. I'm a size 11, so it's a little bit different, but it's extremely light. And it's got an 11mm offset. I don't know if I've explained an offset or a drop. I guess I just kind of mentioned it in previous videos, but that's the difference in height from where your shoe contacts in the front and back of your foot. So it's got more of an angle. I like the shoe a lot. The upper is all Flyknit, so it's got that sock fit. The lacing system is basically just one lace that runs through the Flyknit. The only thing I would say is you got to be careful about lacing these, because they run it. It's like having a second skin, sort of like the Pegasus, but even more accentuated. So if you lace it too tight, your foot will go to sleep because you're bending right here, and that's just going to be too tight at the top of your foot. And the other thing I would say is the traction on these is a little lacking. I mean, I probably ran like 250, 300 miles in these, so take this with a grain of salt. But they're ripping away right here pretty bad. And when the black part of the traction pad is higher than the white part of the foam, you know it's time to retire your shoes. So I don't run in these anymore, but they're still amazing shoes. I have had such great memories in these shoes. They are fast. If you're looking for a fast race shoe, Nike actually has them on sale randomly for like 185 bucks. If you can get them, snipe them. They put them on there in the morning sometimes. But this shoe is awesome. You can run any distance in this shoe. They will shred. I'll post some of my times over my shoulder so you can see. I feel like everyone's definition of fast varies by person. So what's fast for me is different than what's fast for somebody else. But these shoes really do, I feel like, make me run faster. And I would say, if rating them, it would be a 9.7 or a 9.8 out of 10, with the only knocks being just that really the traction needed a little improvement, especially coming from someone who strikes hard on their heel. I would have liked a little more traction there. But other than that, these shoes were awesome. I have never had a bad run in these shoes. These shoes are sweet. And one other thing to note, you can't really run in these in wet weather because this is Flyknit, so you're going to be it's like wearing a soggy sock basically. But anyways, let's take a look at the Vaporfly Next % and how they improved on this shoe, which I already thought was a perfect shoe. Now we're going to be taking a look at the next shoe, which ironically is called the Nike Vaporfly Next %, which I'm going to just be straight up with you guys, is the best shoe Nike's ever made. It's amazing. You can fly in this shoe. If you can be 4% faster in this shoe, you can be 10% faster in this shoe. I think it's that much of a difference from this shoe to this shoe with very just minor changes. So this shoe weighed 7.65 ounces, if you guys remember. This one weighs 7.1 ounces, and it's seemingly bigger than this shoe, It's also got 15% more Zoom X foam in the midsole, which makes, it feels like you are landing on a cloud when you're running in these shoes. And again, it's got the carbon plate, meaning it's expensive, but it's worth it 100%. And another difference is these ones have this vapor weave material which Nike came out with. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's really thin. You might be able to see my hand through it, but it's weatherproof, so you can run in the rain in these, and I live in Washington, so it's always raining, but it's just better. These get soaked. And another difference is, so you guys see how this is all just one piece. It's like a sock, as I had mentioned. It just kind of form fits to your foot. This has a separate tongue, and I'm just a bigger fan of a separate tongue because it gives your foot a little more flex. This, if you tie these too tight, like I said, it just digs into the top of your foot. Even if you tie these too tight, you can still have a little flex with the tongue. I love this tongue. It's the same tongue that's pretty much on all their fast shoes now. But, and then as you can see, there's a pretty big difference in the back heel here between these two shoes. This one comes up really high. This one, not as accentuated. This just allows for a way more natural turnover through your stride. You're already taking your next step as you're planting your first one. Like, it's insane. I have ran all of my fastest PRs in this shoe, this exact shoe. I will post some of my times over my shoulder so you guys can see, but it's just an absolute rock star of a shoe. I'm very excited to try the next version of the shoe, which is the Alphafly. It's just impossible to get right now. I would say if you can pick this shoe up, definitely try to do it. Sometimes Nike puts them on their website randomly. Sometimes they're on Dick's Sporting Goods randomly. I would say don't try and get them anywhere else though. They make fake ones and they probably don't have a carbon plate in them. These though are 100% worth the price tag. They're fast, they're lightweight, and they're just killer. They're absolutely burner. You can see another difference here is that they changed the traction up between this and the Vaporfly Flyknit. This kind of had like a smooth rubber on the outside, where this one is a real grippy rubber. And then they added these track pads that go up further on the back. It's still, I'm a hard heel striker, like I said, so it's still getting eaten away right here, but not nearly as bad as the back of these ones, which got absolutely torched. But if I had to rate this shoe, I'd give it a 9.9 out of 10. I don't know what the perfect shoe is, but this is pretty dang close, and I am just a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of this shoe too. I have 9.8 for this shoe. Both of these shoes, you can set PRs in these shoes. They're awesome shoes, and they're super fast. The difference here is you might be able to pick these up for $185. These you're going to probably have to pay the full $250. But if you can get either of them, considering you can't get the newest Alphafly, they are definitely super worth it. These ones are just so clean and so, they just make you feel like a rock star. Plus, if you're pumping some metal and you just dig in with this back heel pad, you can explode. And this is the new color of it, which I'm just a huge fan of. I actually haven't seen anyone with this color. It's been sold out everywhere. It's like a translucent blue and then a neon green compared to the other one, which is just kind of bland looking. But these shoes are sweet. I just cannot recommend them enough. If you're looking to set up, a PR, I would say if you're trying to set a PR in a half marathon or in a full marathon, then this shoe is the shoe for you. Even a 10K. I wouldn't necessarily say that a 5K would be worth buying these shoes, but definitely like a longer distance, you're gonna feel how worth it these shoes are, because the longer you are out there, the easier this shoe makes it for you to keep running fast. Just the turnover in the stride, the elongated stride is so natural with these shoes because you just flow through your contact points because of this big heel and the way the shoe is just contoured and designed for that. So anyways, those are just my thoughts on the two shoes. They're both insane. They're awesome. And if you guys have any suggestions or comments on these videos, please let me know. And until then, I will see you guys next time.